And their son, and their son, Michael.
Why?
I don't know.
Um,
You know, that's what I get, right? That's what I get once again for taking off. Things don't go well when I take off. And I put it was cool Tuesday, but then today, it's kind of messed up. Anyway, it's your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. I am live now. Yeah. I couldn't leave you guys alone. I was like, I'm going to bed. I just came in from, where did I come in from? Drury Lane. I went in 1 week from players to preachers in 1 week, hanging out with the Bishop Eugene Fears Jr., of course, my pastor Tyrone Handy, Pastor Charlie Mabry, and Pastor Donaldson, who just happens to be my cousin. Yeah, all in one day. I tell you, all in 1 week, I should say. Anyway, foreplay is next. You'll love this. You'll love this one because I haven't done her in a while. Anyway, haven't done anybody in a while. It is your peanut butter brother. This is WOSD Radio DB Chicago, WRLN Radio, a radio media station. WBOE, the best of everything, and My Jam Radio. Like I said, foreplay is next. Radio media. Excuse me. This man didn't get my trash today. The mailman. The mailman. He always delivers. It is your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. This, of course, is foreplay inside bedtime stories. Anyway, I was reading once again, before I go to foreplay, of course, how Trump wants Jimmy Kimmel fired again. He's like, didn't we go through this the first time? Like, okay. And ABC would be a fool to fire him, talking about his show is low rated. If it's so low rated, why are you watching it then? You are watching the show every night. How would you know what he's saying about you if you're not watching it? You're just contributing to his good ratings. That's all. So if his ratings are so low, what about yours? I'm just saying. Anyway, enough about him. It is time for foreplay. This young lady is known as the Empress of Soul, born May 28th, 1944, makes her 81 years younger, along with her Brother Merrill Bubba Knight, William Guest, and Edward Patton, her cousins. She has won 7 Grammy Awards, 4 as a solo artist, and 3 with the Pips. She is known as the Empress of Soul and the person that Diana Ross hates the most. And then Patti LaBelle hates Diana Ross because, well, Diana Ross took Cindy Birdsong away from the Bluebells. So they all have a hate, love, hate relationship. But tonight in Foreplay, it's all about love. Gladys Knight and the Pips are on Bedtime Stories Foreplay.
In 1976, we broke up. The Jackson 5 went one way and I went the other. And it was very tough because about 10 years went by that I was by myself. I felt outside. The reason we did that, Jermaine, is because at that time we had been writing songs for years and we just wanted a few songs on the album so we can be able to express our talents as well as writers and producers. All I wanted was somebody just to come to me and say, we're thinking about doing this and that. The way Joe treated that, how he did that, that's not abnormal for him, and you should know. I was like torn, and then the whole world thought that I stayed because I was married to the boss's daughter, which had nothing to do with that. I thought so. Nothing. No, guys, let me tell you, and let me say this straight. The reason why I stayed, this really hurts. Don't worry about it. The reason why I stayed in Motown, because Motown introduced us to the world as a Jackson 5. And to be told that you're going to go to CBS and we're going to make you like the Beatles. The Beatles, we're the Jackson 5, and that's all I wanted. The fact that we started there, it was just loyalty, just being loyal to where we started. I never wanted to hurt you all. I never wanted to be separated. And then Joe started treating me like, well, how are you going to eat? How are you going to do this? See, man, we never knew any of that stuff happened. First of all, you never knew. You have the right to make your own choices. We, as brothers, will always be brothers. Exactly. I don't give a damn what contracts, what's this, what's that, whatever business venture you will always be brothers. Yeah. And that will never change. And I'm telling you right now, every day when we were separated, your Dory, dear. I'm gonna tell you, you know what it was like for me? When you left the group, Jermaine, you didn't have no idea what a nightmare it was on me. I've been rooming with you all my life. We went on without a bass player. And somehow I said, how is this going to work without Jermaine? He's a major part of the group. He plays bass. He's the second lead to Michael. Marley sung all your parts. Yeah, Marley had to sing his parts. Michael cried so much before he went on that stage. I had to really pull him together. Remember that? Yeah. He was hurt so bad. I'm out in this place. You're the one who your autograph. You're the one that broke the group up and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. Once again, that was a time even back then that we should have discussed things amongst each other. Yeah, that was the whole thing. We
To me. Mayhem. Sherry Yvette. Love you too, son. I would have been in earlier, but it was raining on the way back from Drury Lane in Oak Brook. So, I had to go with the flow of the traffic. My GPS said I would be home by 10:15, 10:30. Unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. So, with that in mind, I made it in. And then when I got in, my computer was doing its thing. The one that I play the music on. So, it is what it is. Love you too, son. Thank you. Thank you. Sherry Vet, I cannot thank you enough. Usually I have to wait for my Social Security to kick in to pay my rent. Well, I didn't have to this month. So at midnight, my landlord will get his money and shut his trap. So won't be any problems. 'Cause I had a little money left over. So we'll put that with that and then send him his money, and then I have some money left over. Speaking of money, tonight I was at Drury Lane for the, what do they call it? Um, where they make a pastor, a bishop, or whatever. He's over all the other pastors, this, that, and the other. So invocation, is that what it's called? I don't know. That's not my thing. But my my pastor asked me to come. The tickets were $100. I told him I didn't have $100. He said, "How much can you pay?" I said, "I can give you half." So I sent him $50 for $100 ticket. And I'm telling you guys this because I know they're not going to be listening. You know, it wasn't my kind of party where I could just go up and say, "Hey, you know, check me out for bedtime stories on the way home." You know, that wasn't my thing. So I'm on my way to the bathroom. I walked out in the hallway, and laying on the floor was money. At first, I thought, okay, somebody's gonna come back and get this money because they dropped it. You know, some preacher. It was $75 laying on the floor at Drury Lane Theater. I immediately picked it up. I Yeah, it was $75. It was a 50, a 20, and a five. So I got my money back for the ticket that I paid $50 for, and had this fantastic dinner. It was mixed vegetables, um, one of those mashed potato type things, you know, with something on the inside of it, and of course chicken. You know, it looked like it looked like chicken. It tasted like chicken. So I was like, wow. I didn't want to go because of the distance, first of all. Second of all, you know, I do my show on Thursday, rather. You know, I haven't missed a day from doing my show since I got fired from the radio station. Well, not fired. They closed the radio station down on Thursday. Hey, sis. So I would run a rerun anyway of my show. So I ran a show until I could get here in enough time to at least do some of my show. I don't want to be lazy. So you know, all I'm gonna do is go to bed anyway, right? So I hurried up, got in here, got upstairs, turned on the computer to play the music, and it wouldn't come on. I'm like, okay. So when it finally came on, it was time to do foreplay. So, you know, I already had my foreplay artist in my head on the way home. I'm like, who haven't I done? So I'm like flipping through my mental Rolodex. I said, tonight would be a good night to do Gladys Knight before her birthday. Not thinking, okay, her birthday's coming up. So, I mean, why not? You know, do Gladys twice in a month. Why not? You know, she's probably one of the most celebrated singers of all time. You know, one of the most soulful singers of all time. So, mm-mm-mm. Anyway, Angie, I will see you tomorrow so I can take you to the airport. So that's it. Ouch. Sherry Yvette, I cannot thank you enough once again for last night. Thank you so much. You know, I hope the sound was sufficient. You know, I started to go to the car and grab the other speaker, but that kind of would have been overkill. Plus, I enjoyed watching your husband move the speaker around like it was a spotlight. It was like, I'm like, okay, that was kind of cool. So, you know, kind of enjoyed that. You know, he's rotating the speaker on the tripod. I'm like, okay, I see you. I see you, bro. Okay. And at one point, I kind of got emotional during your performance. You looked over at me, you looked me dead in the face, and I was like crying. I'm like, I hope she doesn't see me crying. But yeah, I was bawling, bawling. And after you left, I played until 11 o'clock, and they loved the music. So one guy said, "Oh, F yes, Van Halen." Okay. Oh yes, Van Halen. Like, I'm glad you like Van Halen. Me too. I may not look like I like Van Halen, but yeah, Van Halen, Beach Boys, Bee Gees, yeah, all of those guys, yeah. I could have played all night. I could have played all night. I like DJing to diverse crowds. You know, I like to see the look on their faces. They're like, what does this black guy know about Van Halen? Oh my God. That's my favorite. Oh, yeah. Jump. Go ahead and jump. You know, you see their little white faces light up oh, he's playing our music. No, I'm playing my music. It's like, I know the songs by heart, okay? Living a lie. Neither one of us. Be known. Pretending. Ooh, one of us. Gladys Knight and the Pips recorded for Motown until the early 70s. After that, they transferred over to Buddha Records, where they had their biggest hit ever, and that was Midnight Train to Georgia, which was a country song. Originally, it was Midnight Train to somewhere else. But of course, her being from Atlanta, Georgia just kind of fell into place. Gladys Knight and the Pips went on to separate. Gladys, of course, went solo and still performs to this day. I remember a few years ago seeing Gladys in Las Vegas, and this guy runs out of the audience and says, "Am I too late?" And everybody's cracking up. They're like, "Who the hell is this guy?" It was her brother Bubba as comic relief. She was the straight man or woman, and he was the comic foil. and he was just so funny. He had his 1970s uniform on and everything. It's like, oh no, just ran out, and he was just so funny. Gladys Knight and one Pip. So, of course, she has been on tour with Stephanie Mills. Who else? Stephanie Mills, yeah, and oh, Patti LaBelle, Stephanie Mills, and one other person. But yes, the Queens, the Queens. Here's a song she did solo. Not many people get to do the theme song for a movie, let alone the James Bond movie of the same name. Here's Gladys with License to Kill on Bedtime Stories. It's blue, 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 beat blue, blue. Oh, still got some time.
He's the love doctor, and his prescription is music. Bedtime stories with Al Greer.
Who? Who is he? Uh-oh, biofreeze. Yeah. Whew. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Phyllis Malloy Bender. Thank you. Kimberly Patterson. Hey. Didn't get a chance to listen to your show tonight. I was at, where was I? Oh, Drury Lane, which is in Oak Brook, wherever I was. I wasn't able to listen to you because I was listening to those long winded preachers. Yes, I was. Yeah. And the preacher who was being celebrated, he, he said he talked for only 15 minutes. That's a record for a preacher. 15 minutes? What? All the other ones, they talk for like 15, 20, half an hour. He went on praising him, how he was the greatest preacher ever, and this, that, and the other. And then he'd get up there and talk about 10, 15 minutes. Like, oh, okay. Check him out. That is the original version of Hero from Gladys Knight, right here on Bedtime Stories. A lot of people have gone on to record that song. One of them was Bette Midler, but Gladys did it first, and Gladys did it best. Hero from Gladys Knight, right here on Bedtime Stories. With your peanut butter brother, Dr. Al Greer. Hello to Kimberly Patterson. I wasn't able to listen to your show tonight because I was at a preacher's, not convention, but a preacher's event. So by the time I got in the car, you were off. So, Sherry Yvette Withers Banks, I cannot thank you enough for last night. Thank you so much for inviting me to be your sound man. She said, well, if you're hiring me, well, who's going to do sound for me? The lady said, I don't know. You got somebody in mind? Yes, well, I travel with my sound man. It's like, that was so cute. It's like, so I showed up as the sound man and DJ. So I DJ'd afterwards. It's kind of cool. Thank you so much once again. Angie Martin Turner, I'll see you tomorrow. Take you to the airport. And Deron Williams, thank you for always being number one in my chat room. I appreciate it. You all waited for me to come on the air, and that was until the last hour. And I said, I got to give them something. It's the weekend, and of course, this weekend is the Dusty Record Convention at St. Ethelreda 87th and Paulina. Doors open at 2. The best music of your life starts at 3:30. I didn't know me to be. I didn't know. Nor did me for your secret love. Phyllis Malloy Bender, thank you, as always. Look like I have food in my mouth. She caught me just as I was talking. Baby, I can't be no secret, baby. Gotta tell everybody. Everybody. I didn't know.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, your father will be missed. Heaven has gained a freaky little angel today. Oh, genes came out a little different with these two. Who was that?
Oh, that was Suede.
How did Grandpa know Suede?
Suede was one of his friends from the life. Oh, Crystalline, Rebecca, you came.
Hey, sorry for your loss.
Oh.
Yeah, we brought a few items we thought he'd like to bring to the Beyond. You mind if we casket them?
Oh, go right ahead, girls.
Thanks.
Okay.
Can't forget my purse.
Oh, I'm sure wherever he is, he's looking up at those girls smiling.
Looking up. Was Grandpa some kind of like pimp?
Your grandfather was incredible, man. And when he put on that wig, he's one of my best hoes.
Thanks for coming, Delicious.
So, I'm sorry, did he say hose?
Yeah, that's what I said, little man. So who's gonna flip him over? He would have wanted to be buried how he lived. Face down, booty up.
What is he talking about, Mom?
Honey, just a moment. Just a moment. So how have you been, Delicious? You keeping the girls in line? You keeping it 100?
As always. Gosh, you know what I miss about your daddy? You could have your way with him no matter what you look like, as long as you paid him his dollar.
That's right.
$1?
Where are my manners? Delicious, these are my sons, Mike and Jake.
Nice to meet you both. You could earn. You go to college.
Mom, was Grandpa like a sex worker?
Oh, no, honey. He preferred the term boy whore.
Hey, I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm gonna miss Jim, but I'll always have a piece of him right here.
Oh my gosh, Grandpa is the father?
No, Muffin is the father. I was talking about my ink.
Oh.
Speaking of, have you seen Muffin?
Oh, I think he's saying his final goodbyes.
Yo, I am pleased to report that rigor mortis has set in.
Woo! Dude, this is insane. Why is he in there? Why is he going back in there?
Sorry, are you laughing or crying? Laughing because the good times have been, crying because they're over.
Oh, you're a poet, White Cocoa. These are my sons, Mike and Jake.
Pleasure. Pleasure would be your street name if you worked for me. Think about it. Nice to meet you, Jake.
Slim Goody.
I'm sorry, how many pimps did Grandpa have?
How many pimps? You might as well. You're asking how many pimps, you might as well ask how many stars there are in the sky. That'd be 4. I am very sorry for your lost kid.
Oh, thank you, Mac Daddy Vanilla.
And you must be the famous Mike I've heard so much about. You give me a call if you want to live that life. And you, what were you, adopted from the Shire? Ugly asshole.
Okay, Mom, what is the life?
Yeah, and why can't I live it?
I remember me going to the bathroom.
What?
The reason this viral 6-minute clip is hitting like a cultural event isn't that people suddenly became obsessed with.
Chance for love. That I've been missing. Wait for love. You've been missing. Takes a long time, yeah. And bow. Wait for love. Two in a row from Luther. Let us wait for love right here on Bedtime Stories. Hello to Valita Spence, aka Slim Goody, with her slim self. Kimberly Patterson, I missed your show tonight because I was with the preachers. And, you give a preacher a mic and they talk and preach and talk and whoop and talk. So, yeah, I missed your show on the way home. But anyway, Valita, Kimberly, also Deron Williams, thank you so much. Phyllis Malloy Bender, thank you. She caught me like in mid sentence and made a whole poster out of it. It said, "Good night, AG." Thank you, Phyllis Malloy Bender, whom I saw on Tuesday at the birthday party for Robert Money. So Tuesday I'm with Robert Money, and then Thursday night I'm with Bishop Eugene Fears Jr. Somehow, somehow that doesn't make sense. I don't know. Yeah, well, but anyway, yeah, from players to preachers. Yeah, and it seemed like everybody was dressed the same way except for the sequins. That was the only thing that was missing. Here's Angela. Don't leave me standing in the dark. Mm-mm. Shakaroonie. Mess around. What? You're black. Angela Bofield. And this time I will be sweeter. Like a 5-pound bag of sugar. I'm going to be sweeter. That's going to do it for me, Al Greer, for the week. Thank you so much for putting up with me this week, being late, running a rerun that had an echo in it. I'm like, I don't know how that happened, but anyway, I got to listen to them better. Kimberly Patterson, Valita Spence, Deron Williams, my sister Angie, Martin Turner, Phyllis Malloy Bender. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you all. And of course, everybody over at Rainiel Media, and of course, WBOE, the best of everything, which is owned by Reggie Miles. I appreciate you guys for running my show. I really do. We're going to do it again on Monday, God willing, and the creek don't rise, right here on Bedtime Stories, the show designed with the lovers in mind, where we put you to bed, but never to sleep with the greatest love songs of all time. See you this Friday, as a matter of fact, tonight, at the Gloria Taylor Banquet Hall in Harvey, Illinois, for the party for Mr. Lee and Company. Donna Lynn Biggs will be there, and of course, I will be her sidekick as always. So we hope to see you out there. I believe it's at 7 o'clock in the evening. So, and of course, the Dusty Record Convention, which is this Saturday. This Saturday at St. Ethelreda, 87th and Paulina. Doors open at 2. The best music of your life starts at 3:30 with my nephew Ray Neal. Till next time, blue skies, green lights, and peace. Good night, Monique. And nighty night, everybody. Have a great weekend, okay? Hope to see you